Daddy born poor, Mama was too. Walking through the snow, plastic bags on their shoes. Papa selling houses, sleeping in a car. 4 babies in the backseat, underneath the stars. Well, hey, hey, just work a little harder. Hey, hey, punching that clock with work and prayer and a little bit of luck. Make so much money, need a 10-ton truck. Ha, 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 ha.
Hey there, gang. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. So glad you could be with me this Monday afternoon, May 22nd, 2023. Sorry, I'm a couple minutes late here. I got distracted, and all of a sudden I looked at the clock, and it was after 3:30. But we're here. We're ready to get going here at Forex Smart Trade. Our mission is to make you a successful currency trader. And we do that by teaching you how to trade with our proprietary trading indicators, which are the best in the business. And we think that coupled with personalized one-on-one training will give you the techniques and tools you need to be successful as a trader. So with that, let's go ahead and jump right in. We first need to listen to this guy. So let's do that.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
One of the great things about the program is that we do these live trades. When you become a member, every morning at 10 a.m. there's a live trade. It tends to be a little scalp trade. Every evening at 10 p.m. There is also another live trade. They're typically looking for 10 plus pips. And the key to getting better at anything is having that continuous loop of feedback. You do something, you get some feedback, and you're able to constantly kind of make corrections and adjustments that let you get better. And to do that, we've got it built into our system that we have. In addition to the personalized one-on-one training, we have training sessions every week, every Wednesday evening. We've got an advanced member meeting, and every Saturday morning we've got a back to the basics where we are constantly reviewing the variety of trade signals that we have and how to trade with them and to take questions so that you can improve. I trade off of a little checklist that helps keep me focused and keep my habits proper. Every morning or every day, I like to restart the green chart just to clear out my memory and pick up any updates that might have happened. At the end of every day, it is good habit to kind of take a little bit more detailed look at the trades that didn't go your way so that you can figure out what went wrong and how not to make the same mistake if a mistake was made there. Sometimes you can do everything right and the market just goes the wrong way, but more often than not, there's a reason or there's something that you missed or some intricacy that you didn't pick up on that makes it worthwhile going back and taking a look. we are technical traders. Being technical traders means we are not trading on news. People who trade on news are called fundamental traders. But we want to know what the news is so that we can kind of trade around it, so that we are not taking a trade as a news event comes up, and then that news event causes a big move in the market. So to know what news events are coming up, we take a look at forexfactory.com. Forexfactory.com breaks news down into three categories: yellow, which is low impact; orange, which is medium impact; and red, which is high impact. It's these red guys we want to kind of stay away from. Right now, we've got a bunch of red items coming up tomorrow, early in the morning when the European session starts. The French is publishing their manufacturing index, and German is publishing their manufacturing index, and Great Britain is publishing theirs a little bit later at 4:30. And then the U.S. publishes theirs at around 10. So we will think about this for any trades we might be taking on the overnight trade. The trade that we're going to look at right now using the 1 hour chart, we should be out of our trade before this happens. But on the overnight chart, this might still be a problem. So we need to kind of keep an eye or think about that as we're going to take a trade. It's a bank holiday in Canada today. So we'll stay away from trading the Canadian dollar. Okay, so with that, let's go and jump right in and take a look. These are the indicators. The chart I am going to be, well, actually, let's take one more, give you one more piece of information before we jump to the indicators. The trade, I mentioned we've got a dozen different signals. The signal I use is something called the 10-point trade signal, and I trade it off of a 1 hour chart. When we train you, we will create a trade plan around your preferences, your availability to trade, your risk tolerance. I like to trade off of the 1 hour chart. I am looking for, I like to be 30 minutes into the chart to take the trade. That gives the chart a chance to set up so that the lines can formulate. On a 1 hour chart, a trade tends to be worth between 5 and 30 pips. And my sweet spot is 11 pips. If I can get 3 11-pip trades a day, I am making a lot of money. And these 11-pip trades off the 1 hour chart, I can usually get in and get out of within 1 to 3 hours. And basically, what I'm trying to do is get lines from all three sections to line up. So with that, let's jump in and see what we've got available to us. The chart I am trading off of is the Light 6 Major. It is one of the standard layout charts. It is a composite chart in that it is showing us 6 different currency pairs, all on a 1 hour chart. And on this first chart, they're all US based. So I like to start with the middle section of the chart, which is the majors and minors. The red and green line is the major indicator. The black and gray line is the minor indicator. This horizontal blue line is the overbought line. When the market is overbought, that is a good time to sell. Likewise, this horizontal red line is the oversold line. So when the market is oversold, that's a good time to buy. And specifically what I'm looking for to know what the kind of the trigger is to get into it, when exactly to buy, is when all the lines are pointing down, which they are, And the lines have a kind of a double cross, whereby when they're going down, the black line is on top of the gray line, which you see here, and the red line is on top of the green line. So I've got the 3 points that I'm looking for here. I also like to consider the angle of the green line. Here the angle is maybe it's about 45 degrees, maybe a hair better than 45 degrees. I like that the lines are clustered. They don't count as a point, but just things that I like. When I see that, when I have this set up here, I am going to jump up to the TNTs where we got 4 lines, and I'm going to count how many of the lines are consistent with the sell signal I see here. So on the orange, 2 orange lines, the thick orange is going down, so that's telling me sell, but the thin orange is going up. So only 1 out of the 2 of the oranges are consistent. And I've got the blue lines are inversely related. And what that means is that when blue goes up, that means sell. So the 2 blue lines are going up, the thick and the dotted blue. So 3 of the 4 lines here are telling me sell. When I have 3 of the 4, I need at least 3 of the 4 or 4 of the 4. So I've got a go signal here. I'm going to jump down to the TNTs, to the pressure, and I want the lines either going down or I want the red line on top. And right now I've got kind of weak up pressure. What makes it weak up pressure is there's a little gap in the lines, and the slope of the line isn't that steep. But the green line is on top, so I don't have a point here. So on this, I'm going to pass. I want to have, if I get agreement across all 3 sections of the chart, that's a high probability trade. And I only need a few high probability trades to be able to make money. Now, the lines on the pressure are converging. Maybe next hour, this comes through and the setup is there. But right now, it's a little premature. And I've learned that it's better to wait and lose a few pips on the entry than to try to outguess what the chart is telling me. I'd rather wait till all my ducks are lined up and then take the trade versus taking it early and it not being there. Euro USD, my favorite pair, were overbought. Miners are coming down, but the majors haven't committed to going down yet. They're still kind of sideways. Green line's coming down, red line's going up. So we're going to pass. Pound USD, almost the same as what we're seeing on Euro USD. Overbought, miners coming down, majors going sideways. So nothing there. USD Canadian dollar. Miners have got oversold and then have come up. The majors have kind of turned midway through the channel, but we don't have the double cross here. I like to see the majors come all the way down and be entirely oversold before taking the trade. But we still don't have the crossover that we really want yet. Plus, it's a holiday in Canada, so the indicators don't work as well when volume is lower. So we're gonna just stay away from it. And actually, now it's kind of sideways and going down, or more sideways. Dollar Swiss franc. Miners are oversold and have turned. Majors are still going down and haven't quite got to oversold yet, so nothing there. Dollar yen. Here we've got a conflict. Majors are overbought coming down. Minors were oversold going up. This is a case where the minors kind of jumped ahead, and they were wrong. So now they're coming back to get close to where the majors are. So this will probably turn in just a little bit. But again, we don't have agreement here. So what I've done is I've cloned this chart and then come up with 6 different currency pairs and that are non-Euro USD. So let's keep going. Euro pound, we're just reaching oversold, so nothing there. Australian dollar yen. Ooh, I like this. Overbought, everybody's coming down. I've got the double cross. Red is crossed over the top of the green. Black is crossed over the top of the gray. There's the steepness here on the green line is very, very good. So that's a plus point. Not a point, but it's a plus because it's way better than 45 degrees. It's almost 70 degrees. And the lines are all clustered. The minors and majors are all clustered, so that's worth a plus. When I jump up to my TNTs, wow. Thick orange is going up, so that's telling me buy. Thin orange is coming down, which is telling me sell. And the 2 blues are going down, which means buy. So I may have one of the 3 here. But I really, really like this. If I look down on the pressure, I've kind of got sideways pressure with orange, with red on top. And it's starting to roll. But I don't have what I need here. But you know what I want to do? I like this signal so much, and it's coming into evening in Japan and Australia. I want to, when I see a signal I like to confirm it. And I confirm it by going to a full chart. So if I go to the full chart, so even though I don't have a signal there, I like that setup so much. I want to look at it on the full chart. In a full chart, I've got just 1 pair instead of 6 pairs in multiple time periods. So here's what we were just looking at. Here's the 2-hour chart and the 4-hour chart. And on both of these, on the 2 and the 4, I am looking that we are overbought. I don't care if the chart is if the lines are coming down, they could still be going up, but I want them both to be overbought, and we have that here. And the reason I want that is if for some reason this signal weakens, if we're overbought here and here, eventually it's going to come down. It's just going to take a little bit longer to come down. So the direction is going to be right. It's just going to take longer for the trade to execute. So I have my confirmation here. So I'm going to save this. And when I see my confirmation, then what I want to do is I want to look at a clean chart with just candles and see what the trend is, and where the support and resistance are. So let's do that here. Support and resistance are spots where the candles seem to naturally stop. And that's going to become the bounds for how many pips I want to take. And to get good starting and stopping spots to see where the candles start and stop, I want to crunch up the chart so I have more data points to look at. And on something I trade all the time, I already have this done. So if you look on the Euro USD, I've got these points already mapped out. But since I don't trade this all the time, so it kind of stopped in here a little bit, stopped in here, over here, in here. I want to know where these are because they'll create, as I said, they'll create my my exit point by knowing where these are. And on a 1 hour chart, they tend to be about 30 pips apart, 30, 40 pips apart. So it kind of stopped a little bit in here, stopped over here, stopped over here, here. So let me just see. Now I'm going to pull this back apart. Now, if we look at this, the trend, I'm going to argue that we're in an uptrend here. And you could even argue from back here, we're in an uptrend. You know, went up, reversed, went up, reversed, went up. So we could say, that's not what I want. Where is, you know, you could argue we've got an uptrend. The reason I want to know the trend is because I want to know if I'm trading with or against the trend. And if I'm trading against the trend, I'm going to take less pips than if I'm trading with the trend, because I don't want to take a sell over here. Say I got a sell signal in here and all of a sudden it keeps going up, because then I'm going to get stopped out. But there are spots where even though it is going up, you could get a sell move. So I want to know what this is. Now so we're trading into a buy trend, and let's open this back up so we can see it just a little clearer. And come on. All right, so now we got a buy trend, and I want to know how many pips we have to each of these lines. So coming down here, we got 28 pips, and coming up here, we got almost 8 pips. You can see this is about 40 pips. 37 pips, because we're at 91.83 and we're going up to 92.20. So about 37 pips there. And let's see. So it's 14 pips down to this wick. Let's save this and go back and look at the chart. So here is a situation where I do not have 3 of the 4 here. We have one of the 4, just the thin orange. But I like this signal so much. I think I'm going to recommend we take a sell here. We're going right into the kind of the prime time. And we're oversold here, overbought here, overbought here. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to take a sell. So you can take it on your simulator, or if you've got MetaTrader 4, you can open up your MetaTrader 4. This is a demo account. So I'm going to go to, I do not have that pair open. So I'm going to go to File, New Chart, and AUD JPY, not in that second one. So it'll be in the third group, AUD JPY. I'm going to bring it to a 1 hour chart, so I'm looking at the same thing. I am going to go to New Order. My lot size is a function of how much is in this account. So this has got 9,100 in it. I'm going to move my decimal place over 4 spots. So I'm going to take a lot size of 0.91. I could take a lot size of anywhere from half of this amount to double it. So I could go from 0.45 all the way to 1.8. But at 0.91, I can have 2 open trades. So we're going to go ahead and take 0.91, and I am going to click Sell by Market. So it records it. I am going to right-click on it, go to Modify, and I said we're going to take 14 points, 14 pips. So 14 pips is 140 points. If I right-click on this and go to Modify, it opens this window up. I type in 140 here and click this little blue button, and it does the math for me. And we're going to use a 3-to-1. So 3-to-1 is going to be 28. 28 and 14 is 42. 42, add a 0. Right click, go to Modify, and it gets us right in on this green candle, which is I wanted to be within this green candle. I could probably pull it down just a little bit more, but let's leave it there. So we took a sell on the AUD JPY with a take profit of 0.998. So it's a sell with a take profit of 91.998 and a stop loss of 92.569. 92.569. And I expect this trade to close in 3 hours. I expect this trade to close. Now, since it is 4 o'clock, we lost a little bit the slope here. You can see the signal change with the new hour where the slope decreased. That's okay. I'm still happy with this and this. We do have the 2 orange lines in agreement now. So we only have 2 of the 4, but I like that signal. We'll be okay with that. Now we're going to switch gears and go to the overnight trade. On the overnight trade, I do it when there's 1 hour left in the trading day. The trading day ends at 5 p.m. And it is now a little after 4 Eastern time. And I am looking at a 1-day chart on the specific pair. And we're going to do this for both the Euro USD and the pound yen. And basically, it's a modified version of the 10-point trade, whereby I am looking at specifically what the green line is doing on the majors. And here, the green line is oversold and going up. A little kink in it where it's lost a little of its slope, but it's going up. It's going from more steep to less steep. If this was kinked the other way, going from less steep to more steep, I might take more pips on it. But let's, how I confirm the up movement is I'm going to go back to the 12-hour. We're going up. Oh, on a 8-hour, 8 hours coming down. I usually like to have both the 12 and the 8-hour agreeing with what I'm seeing here, and we don't. 4 hours going down, 2 hours going down, 1 hour is going down. So I do not have agreement back to the 8-hour, so I don't like that. Let me just take a look at, here's my support and resistance on the Euro USD. You can see the lines, how it's bouncing on this line almost. And we're kind of right in the middle of the channel, and it's been sideways today. Let's take a look at the Echo. Echo is telling me down. Echo is telling me down. We're not going to take a trade on the Euro USD today. We're not seeing. I don't have enough to convince me that the move is going to be up. So we're going to pass. Let's see what the pound yen tells us. Pound yen, here we're overbought. We're way overbought. But the green line's going up. I have confirmation on the 12. Confirmation, the green line's going up on the 8. Green line is going up on the 4. Coming down on the 2, but going up on the 1 with a little bit of a duck bill here. Duck bill, here's the head of the duck, and here's his bill. Usually means that there's a little bit more of an up push in it. So we're going to take a 22 pip buy on the pound yen. So you can do that in your simulator, or we can do it here. So I am going to, I've opened the tab. I'm going to go to new order. My lot size is going to be the same, 0.91. And you'll see when I take this next trade, this margin level here will go down to about 1,000. I want to always keep my margin level at 1,000 or above. And that way it allows me to work out of any trade. So we're going to do a market buy. I'm going to right click on it, go to modify or delete. Actually brought us down a little over 1,000, but that'll be all right. And we're going to go with 22 pips. And we're going to use a 3-to-1. So a 3-to-1 is going to be 66 pip stop. So I click the red, it does the math. Click the blue, it does the math. And then I click modify, and it enters the numbers down here. So on the Great Britain pound, JPY, We've got a take profit of 172,560, 172,560. Stop loss of 171,675. So a take profit of 172,560. Stop loss of 171,675. And we'll take one more look at the Euro USD before we kind of rule them out entirely. Yeah, we're going to pass on this. And then I guess, theoretically, we could argue that the Euro's got some news at 3 a.m. And, there's a chance that this won't because of the mixed signals, it won't give us the 11 pips before we get to that 3 a.m. Okay, gang. Thanks so much for joining me this afternoon. It is an honor to have you watch me do my trade analysis. We're going to do it again tomorrow morning at 6:30. If you need to get a hold of me, I am available. You can reach me by easiest way. You can try to call me, but a lot of times I am not available or talking to somebody. If I am available, I will answer the phone. But you can, best way to get a hold of me is just to schedule some time with me, to go to my calendar at forexsmarttrade.com/schedule. Thanks so much. We will see you tomorrow morning. Bye-bye.